everybody out in YouTube land? It is that time again where we come to you with the good, the bad, and the awesome. My name is Jimmy G in the place to be, and I am so glad you decided to join us again. So if this is your first time to this channel, make sure you like and subscribe. If it's your 20th time to this channel and you haven't done so, do that too. If it's your 1,000,000th time to this channel, which we haven't hit yet, but I appreciate it and I thank you. Thank you again for all those that are supporting us. We are on our road to 1,000. Right now we're sitting at 150 subscribers, but we would like to get that going up. So we have all sorts of really cool contests and giveaways going on at 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000. So hopefully we could be at 1,000 before the end of the year. So thank you all for that are supporting, and thank you all for the future support. And then also, if you have not watched our MegaCon blog, please watch that because there are some giveaways that the deadline is May 24th. Well, today I decided to do something a little different. So earlier this week I went on Amazon and I began to scroll through and I saw something. I saw a Nemesis Prime for $30. Of course it was a KO, but I saw it was $30 on Amazon, free Prime shipping, be here in a couple days. And I was like, I wonder how good it is. Started reading some of the reviews and they're mixed on that. So I figured, why don't I give it a shot? So what I'm going to do today is review for you a KO called Mechanical Alliance Dark Commander. And so you can get that on Amazon and I'll put the link down below for that. But I am here to tell you whether it is a good, an awesome, or a bad, so that way you don't have to spend your money if you don't want to. Now I know sometimes it is tough to get your hands on certain Hasbro toys because they're either a little expensive or you've got your scalpers who have taken advantage and bought up everything. I remember when the spoiler pack for Nemesis Prime came out, that was a hard one to get. But, you know, for those of y'all that are looking for one, we're going to see what this one's like. So let me show you all the box. Here it is. It's a very cool, very nice, simplistic box. I really do love the artwork on it. And it is called a Deformation Toy Series, Mechanical Alliance metal version. So die-cast metal transformation there on that box. On the top, you can see it says Dark Commander, and on the bottom is the obligatory stuff that I cannot read. Probably says please do not put this in your mouth as it could be dangerous. But we're going to take a look at this, and it says specification, colors, and contents may vary from illustrations, and this is for ages 6 and plus. So if you are under 6, I don't know, that might work for you. So let's go to my laboratory back here and get ready to open this. But for those of y'all that don't know who Nemesis Prime is, there is all sorts of lore and myth out there. I will link a video from one of my favorite YouTubers, Chris McFeely, who does a really good job at giving you the history. I know if you've watched the War for Cybertron series, Nemesis Prime is a herald of Unicron to definitely make sure that the matrix of leadership does not, that's the one thing that can destroy Unicron. So yeah, that War for Cybertron series was really good. Transformers the movie, we didn't see Nemesis Prime. Some comic books and things call him Scourge as well. But I like the word Nemesis, Nemesis, Nemesis Prime. So let's go back here. Let's open them up and let's see what it's all about. Once again, here is the box and the packaging. Again, here is the front, the side, the back front, and the side. Dark Commander. Very intimidating. He is supposed to be a 7-inch tall figure, so pretty on par with your leader class Hasbro figure. So I will have some to compare him with, but let's get to opening this box. was a very simple unboxing, very easy to do, not much fuss or mess. First of all, let me just tell you what was in the box. We have his gun and the instructions and Nemesis Prime. So we will get a closer look at him. Let me get some illumination onto this. As we take a look at some of the detail. So yeah, you can kind of see his eyes are red. He's got that clear chest. He has that look of the Bumblebee movie slash Bayverse. And the plastic does feel a little fragile, a little chintzy. There's the back, not much of a backpack on him. The side. Hands do not articulate, so no articulating fingers. But let's try some articulation on this guy and see what we can do. Let me pull some more light in here. Well, you can't have too much light, can you? And so let's start with the arms. So the arms, that is about as far out. You do have the elbow joint, which is kind of loose. You do have basically almost 360 rotation. Just get stuck on that backpack a little bit. The head, you do have a little bit of rotation there, a little up and down. The legs, you have the knee, bends like that. And then you have the front for the knee. Back, there's not much back for that. But do we have the Jean-Claude? Almost a Jean-Claude there. So a little blood sport action. That would be Nemesis Prime against regular Prime. The paint job on it does feels like someone took like Krylon paint to some of it, and it's kind of blotchy in some areas, but overall, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, you know, what do you expect for 30 bucks on a figure that normally, if you were to buy a leader class figure, can be anywhere from 50 to 60. Wheels here do roll. Everything is plastic. I don't see much metal on him. But yeah, let's get his gun in his hand. And oh, wow. That gun is heavy enough to make it where his joint won't hold it up. Hey, well, let's try the other hand. How about this one? That one will kind of hold it up. Oh well. It's alright, you know. I forgive you, Nemesis. Let me zoom this in a little bit so we can kind of do some comparison. And so we got him next to Darth Jesus and the Meditating Sasquatch, just to give us some good karma vibes there right now. We'll move you guys to the side. So let's start with Core Class Optimus. And so you can see kind of how he measures up to a Core Class. Let's do Leader Class, Shattered Glass, Optimus Prime. So this is where you will see kind of that comparison, about the same size. The paint, again, it's just real, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's just kind of, it's got this weird glossy, it just feels like, you know, when you have Krylon paint that doesn't quite dry all the way, but it's still not, it's dry, but it's not tacky, but it just looks like it's wet. That's what it feels like. And then let's go ahead and bring in a masterpiece size optometrist. We'll move these guys all around so that way we can get a good view of all of these wonderful fellas together. Let me zoom out. And you kind of get a view of, especially, you can see Masterpiece a lot taller. But if you can see, I mean, just look, this is where it is kind of fashioned after. You can see just the details in the torso area, pretty similar, as well as the fits. Fits are pretty similar, and yeah, that's where you can kind of see some of the inspiration for Nemesis Prime. So let's put you guys back for right now. Thank you all. You can collect your paychecks on the way out. We do validate parking, but obviously you did not park, you drove yourself here. So we'll get Nemesis back in the background here, and we are going to start some transformation to see how that goes. Let me turn off my extra light. Boom. And let's start the transformation. One more note, this is the brochure you get for the transformation. Once again, I am not a professional, so you can do this at home. I am more of what you would consider a novice plus at transforming things, so you're going to get my honest opinion on the transformation for many of y'all who are kind of in my same boat. I hope I don't break him, because he does feel a little fragile, but let's see what happens. Right, there it is. What a booger bear to transform. Still trying to get some of these gappy joints to fit in where it should. Right there. Doesn't like me. It doesn't like me at all. So, while I am trying that, there we go. There we go. Now you're in. So, let us zoom in and bring this camera down just a hair to where we can get a good look at him. All right, let's take a good look at Nemesis Prime in his truck mode. Let's get some light. And let's hold him up close to the camera. So there is the front of the cab. Doesn't look too shabby. However, let's get with my good zoom. There you go. You can see like the paint is just very uneven right here. I don't know if you can see that. Just an uneven, and scratches really easily. Now here, I do not like how gappy he is up here. But, you know, it is what it is. I think I just gotta keep working it a little bit and we should be there. The side view. There we go. Wheels roll. Got the little gas can. And then the back. So, got some gaps. So it's kind of like, you know, when you, that wish, what I ordered and what I got. That's a little bit of what we got here. This is boop, 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 boop. Tickle, 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 Mr. Optimus Prime. Maybe I'm missing something. If some of y'all have this one, please tell me. Here's the bottom. So you can kind of see a little bit of how he came together. And then the butt of Nemesis. Now, this is supposed to fit right here and be nice and tight. There we go. Boom. So he holds his gun. But that is it. There's the top again. Side. Wheels roll. He rolls. So it looks like he's just kind of like a little bit leaning that way. So I don't know if we can get him further back to where he needs to be. And this gun just does not like to have fun. But let's zoom back in. And let's do a little side-by-side comparison to some vehicles. So first of all, we got a Minicon vehicle. And then we got Leader Scourge, kind of like what you would compare his vehicle to. He just doesn't have the fit and polish of a Hasbro one, but still does the job. But look, see that my fingerprints just all over this thing. That's what I'm saying about the paint. It just leaves smudges. And then let's pull in Masterpiece, Magic Square Star Commander, aka Ultra Magnus. There you can see that. Let's do a profiling. And there we go with Masterpiece. You can kind of see comparison side by side. Throw a little Scourge in there and this Minicon. And back the camera up just a hair so we can see all of this glory. Looks like a epic Maximum Overdrive movie recreation. But that is him. That is Dark Commander. We'll move you all out of the way so we can get a hero or villain shot, so to speak, of Dark Commander. Boom, boom, boom. All right, well, let's get back together, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Now, the transformation for him was a little bit difficult. These instructions aren't as clear as you would want it to be. I know on Amazon there is a video that you can watch that kind of makes it a little bit better, so you can see that. But we got him where he needed to be, and I didn't break him. That's the important things right there. So we'll get back together and I'll give you my final thoughts on Dark Commander. So let's talk a little Dark Commander. So on Amazon, $30. Some you may be able to find the similar ones for a little bit cheaper, but he was $30 with free shipping. So come on back in here, Dark Commander. Let me show you off here to the crowd. I do like his eyes and how everything looks. He does remind me a bit more of Scourge versus Nemesis Prime, especially with these blue parts right here. But, I mean, he's still Nemesis. I mean, you can be that. Pros. he was cheap. You could pick up, if you want a leader class Nemesis or even an Optimus. They do make an Optimus Prime one too, and I'll put a picture of it right up here. You can get them pretty cheap. And so, again, Bumblebee inspired. So let's take a look at him next to Shatterglass again here. So they're going to be about the same size. Hey, I'm Optimus. No, I'm Optimus. Both of y'all are Optimus. And let's take a look at him with the leader class, the Masterpiece Bumblebee. And again, you can see some similarities in the bodywork there, but not too much. There. So yeah, pros, he was cheap. He looks cool. I like his blue and I like the red. Very cool. Cons, he was a difficult transformation. There were a few times I thought I was going to break something. Getting him back into robot mode was a lot easier than getting him into truck mode. Because everything didn't peg in quite well. And as well as that, along with that, it took me a total of 30 minutes to transform this, just to kind of, I gave up on looking at the instructions and I said, hey, let me just try it on my own. And I think I did a pretty decent job. The instructions just didn't do it for me. But like I said, there is a Amazon kind of quick video that might help out a little bit better. I should have looked at that a little bit more. Articulation wise, doesn't have very full articulation, and joints are loose, so you can kind of see here he can't hold his gun up. I think there's medication for that. But without the gun in there, his joints are okay. You can get him in some pretty cool poses. They show off on Amazon. And then the paint, really shows fingerprints and smudges. It's just doesn't quite have the polish that you would expect. But what do you expect for 30 bucks, right? It's a deformer. And so should you get it? If you're looking for a Nemesis and you don't want to pay like scalper prices for a Hasbro or pay for a third party one, the KO here of this one, it's pretty nice. If I had to do it over again, would I buy it? Maybe I would. 30 bucks isn't bad. I think if it was a 20, it might seal the deal about buying him. But 30 bucks, it's just kind of a debate. So you may check Amazon and just see if it ever goes on sale or if there's a coupon for him. So on a good, bad, or awesome, I'd say pretty good. Not good, not awesome, but not bad. He's going to look cool on my shelf. I'm going to keep him in robot mode. But overall, really fun, little solid figure. Be careful. Like I said, there's some parts that could be very, very fragile on this guy. And like right now I'm trying to pose him and he just kind of is, a little bit wobbly. But overall, not too bad of a figure. So I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm not like ecstatic going, oh my gosh, this is the best deal ever. But pretty happy with it. So that's it for him. So if I ever see cheap ones again, I'll be willing to buy these so that you can see, is it worth it? Should I get them? Now, I know there's the 4 KO against KO. That's like, oh my gosh, this is copying. Just remember, Hasbro copied from others. Everyone copies from everyone. It's the old Picasso saying of good artists create and great artists steal. So that's up to you about your feelings on KO. So you go with your convictions on what you need, but if you want a decent figure, this is a decent figure you can have. So we're not here to get into the politics of KO, third party, fourth party, Hasbro official, and those things. I just love toys. I remember KOs have come a long way. I remember as a kid getting KO Dinobots, and it was just, they were horrible. They were bad. But you know what? They were like $10. And so, you know, as a kid, it's like, it transforms. I really want them. Please let me have them. And so I was like, I got this. It's not necessarily Grimlock. It was like, oh, you know, kind of okay lock, you know. So, but overall, KOs have come a long way. Some of them are exact copies of their counterparts, but some of them have their own little spin that they do. Some great third-party companies that I do really like is Magic Square, New Age, Fan Toys, Fans Hobby. Planet X has some really cool ones. A lot of them have like tributes to the originals. So do what you want. Have what you want, play with what you want. That's what the fun of it is. As long as you find joy in it, that's all that matters. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time to listen to me. So hopefully this helps you make kind of an informed decision on whether you want to buy him on Amazon or not. But with that, I leave you. So make sure you just kind of stay young, have fun, and be awesome. And we'll catch you next time.